Lovely to be with you. Welcome to Waiter to Win on this Wednesday. We're back at Hollywood Bets Greyville, and of course this time round we're going to chat about the card with regards to what both Daryl and Darren fancy. We've got a format now where both Daryl and Darren are giving their exotics, which I think is very good. It gives us an opportunity to either play both or choose which one you believe is the right one to play. Well, on Monday we picked 6-1, 63,000. The jackpot got some money as well, so the Waiter to Win team's been in good form. Can tell you that from a social media perspective, we're on Twitter at Waiter to Win. We're on a WhatsApp number, which is on your screen at the moment, and we're also on YouTube nowadays. So just go to the YouTube and you can dial straight into that and have a look at what's going on with regards to the show. Let's get on to the action. Darren Burrows is standing by the first race. Durbanville, of course, on Tuesday. Some of the good things won, but unfortunately we just couldn't stitch it together properly, eh?
Yes, the pick six went out the last leg. We should have maybe played wider because we only had the two recent maiden winners in the race, and they were disappointing. But we're back, and we're hoping to catch the exotics today. We did catch the pick six on Monday at Greyville, and we're back at Greyville again.
All right, we've got this favourite Victory Bell, who's currently 17-20 odds on. Can we start the day with that?
I believe it'll win. Her penultimate start behind Petite Verdot, she ran a length and a half behind Petite Verdot, and we saw a direct winner from that form line. And last time out behind Epico, we saw Epico win in handicap company her very next start.
All right, good start. Bankers in exotics?
I haven't bankered her in my bipod, Clyde. I've just added number 2, Cape Princess. Now, she's very exposed. She's had her chances. Last time out, she raced on the turf. Her previous runs on the poly, just have a look at the draws she's been bouncing from. Very wide draws. So with Muzi Yeni from a 2 draw, I'm hoping she can get into the race early, and she should run second. Obviously, the favourites are one to beat. Clyde, have a look at the form line. She debuted on the poly. She ran 6. There were 2 runners in this race that were ahead of her on that occasion. The likes of number 5, Fancies Kildare, and number 6, Whispering Green. Obviously, they were exposed at that stage. And Darren touched on her 2 form lines since then, and she's having her peak run now. So she is the one to beat. I just don't think there's much value about her. So I've just backed up in the bar pot with number 2, Cape Princess.
Okay. Well, maybe it doesn't mean it can't run a drum. Obviously, let's start with Darren Burrows first. I think the bar pot comes up as the first one. We'll put that up. And there we go. Darren, take us through your pot.
I've banked Victory Bell in the first 4 by 2 and 4 by banker 9. That is my best bet on the card. Johnny's Hope in the third race by 1-4-6-9, by 1-3-4-5, by 1-4-7-10 at a cost of 128 Rand.
Okay, and then Daryl Marie's got his bar pot, which we'll put up for you now. Daryl?
Yes, Clyde. The first leg 2 and 4 by banker 2, by 1, 3, 5 and 9, by 4, 5, 6 and 7, by 3, 5 and 6, by 1, 3 and 4. There is a scratch in there. My perm cost 288 Rand.
We're now moving on to race number 2. It's over the 1,400 metres, a small field. The one horse is not running when we recorded the show at 10 o'clock this morning. And at the moment, we've got a couple of in here that are worth making a reference to. Gladiation is currently trading at 12-10. That's number 2 on the card. And number 4, Sun Blushed, is the second choice at 14-10. And it appears to be those two. Is that right, Darren?
That's right. I thought between numbers 2 and 4. Now, Gladiatorian, he comes out of grade 1 form in the Gold Medallion. He ran in the Godolphin Bar behind Profit. He's been gelded. He should come on. And then Sunblushed, an unlucky loser last time out. And with the 1.5 kilo claim, brings him right into the race.
Okay, we'll put them both in then. Daryl Marie's got his idea of the second. Daryl, let's go through it.
Clyde, it's the first leg.
I know you bankered in the bar pot, eh?
I banked the 2 Gladiatorian. Darren touched on the fact that he ran in grade 1 form last time out, and he's been gelded. On paper, he should be held by a horse called Imposing, Clyde. There was only half a length separating the two of them in the Gold Medallion.
But
and Imposing's 2 kilograms better off. But I think the fact that he's been gelded now, he's going to confirm that form and possibly even put a distance between the two of them. I'm willing to bank him in the PA, obviously. and I think he's actually worth a bet. So I'm going to make Gladiatorian one of the better bets on the card, ahead of Imposing, and then obviously Sunblushed, nice second in the Kumazi. I've got my doubts over that form line, and I thought he took a little bit of time to quicken. So I don't know if he's going to be caught flat-footed on the poly track surface. So I think Gladiatorian's got a better turn of foot. Let's see how he goes today.
Okay, well,
2-5 from 4.
You're willing to put your head down, Gladiatorian, Daryl Marie. Let's see the place accumulators now. We'll put those up for you quickly and start with you, Darren. You're going a couple, and then you're bankering Johnny's Hope.
Bankering Johnny's Hope. We will double up and treble up a couple of times on this card. I've included a scratching in the sixth leg as well, number 4. It's a 576 Rand perm, and with one banker, Johnny's Hope.
Okay, that's Darren Burrows' place accumulator. Daryl Marie's going to have a go, and, he's not bankering. It's amazing how sometimes the opinion's different. But, let's take us to yours, Daryl.
Yeah, that's why combined exotics can get quite costly at stages, Clyde. But my perm reads banker 2 by 1, 3, 5, and 9, by 4, 5, 6, and 7, by 3, 5, and 6, by 1, 3, and 4, by banker number 2, by 1 and 5 at the back. 288 Rand will get you a full perm. Don't forget to scan that code on the right-hand side of the screen.
And we're off and racing now onto the third race. Let's get into the action in terms of what the story is over here. We got a third race card, 1,600 meters. And at the moment, Johnny's Hope, this morning was 14-10. And there are some that are keen on Johnny's Hope and the others that aren't. Your case on Darren and York side?
I really like this horse, Johnny's Hope. I think he's the best bet on the card. Last time out, he had a deep draw to contend with. He got into a handy position. He got outrun by a horse like Money Heist, who I really believe is a smart horse. And his previous run to that was a good third behind Winter Pearl with 2 direct winners from that form line. I think he's going to love the step up in trip. I think his dam, if I'm not mistaken, won over a mile. And he is by Canford Cliffs. And I've looked at the strength of this field, and I really believe he's the right horse.
Okay. Daryl Marie does a different version, right?
I have healthy respect for Johnny's Hope, Clyde. I know the form line hasn't stood up, but don't read too much into the fact that the second horse got beat in his next start, because I do believe he's got his soundness issues. Johnny's Hope, Darren touched on the fact that he ran behind a very, very nice horse last time out, and he's going about business the right way. The combination are on fire at the moment. So yes, he is a deserved favourite, but I think he's going to have a lot of stiff competition from number 3 over here, Clyde, Double Silver. Now putting a poor debut, but look at the improvements he made in his second start despite being dropped in trip. And one has to believe he's going to love the step up in trip. I thought he caught my eye on that occasion. He was behind runners. He only got switched out very late in that race, and when he did, he closed in the latter stages. He was doing good work late. He's by twice over out of a dam that won over a mile. So on breeding, he surely has to be more effective now that he's been stepped up in trip. Clyde, another one that will improve now that he's going the trip is number 5, Le Ultimo. 2 sprint ups, being out of a strike smartly dam. That one over 2,000, he could certainly make improvement too. And then the obvious one, Raven Sword. His form lines are poor though, but he's got the poly experience from a 1 draw. Last time out, he was just overdoing it in the early stages. He should run a place. For me, I'm going for the value in number 3, Double Silver.
Okay. That's the value for Daryl. For Darren, he has his pick 6. We'll go there now. Put the pick 6 up for this, the third. And Darren, we know you are taking your chances and you're bankering right up front. We'll know where we stand.
I'm bankering Johnny's Hope in the first leg. I've gone the field in the second leg. The third leg, I've gone almost the whole field. 1, 3, 4, 5, 7, 9, 10. By 1, 3, 4, 7, 8, 10. Then the fifth leg, I've gone 2, 3, and 4. Include the scratching of Conquer the Enemy, and we can double up. And the last leg, I thought between numbers 1 and 3 at a cost of 2,268 Rand.
Okay, that's Darren's side. Daryl, let me bring you in now. Take us through yours, and where do you end up bankering, or don't you?
No bankers, my side, Clyde. Played wide in the first leg. Hopefully I'll still get through the first leg. It will be quite embarrassing if I go out. But I've gotten 1, 3, 5, and 9. By 2, 4, 5, 6, and 7. By 3, 5, and 6. By 1, 2, 3, 4, and 7. by 2, 3, and 4. I've also included the scratching in that leg. The last leg, 1 and 5 for the braver viewers out there. Possibly banker number 1. 180 Rand will get you 10% of my perm.
On to race number 4 now. Let's get on to this handicap. It's a handicap at the 69 level, a race from over the 1,600 metres. Market-wise, at 10 o'clock this morning, first leg of the jackpot, 33 to 10 about this horse, Gentleman's Way. Number 6 on the card, 7 Track Commander, the second choice at 9 to 2, and 11 to 2 about number 4, Pedro. But I guess it's a bit of a tough race, not easy to find, unless you have got a shooting for me, Darren.
I thought the horse to beat Cesura. I think he's one of the rank outsiders in the race. With the 4 kilos off his back, it makes him very well in here. And I think we could see a return to form with Cesura. I've got respect for Pedro. He's back to a mile where he won over in his penultimate start. Gentleman's Way has to go in. And the recent maiden winner, Wave Warrior, can't be ignored.
Okay, well, Cesura, the form's good because we know that Teichmann won and Papa C. There have been a few solid ones out of there. High Moon came just the other day to run third, so that form's not too bad at all. And at a decent price too. You like it?
Doesn't form part of my top 3 picks.
Okay.
Clyde, I make this race very difficult. You know, there's not much separating Pedro and Track Commander. There's not much separating Track Commander and Gentleman's Way.
Right.
Now, have a look at the run on the 20th of June over the same course and distance. Happy Aristocrat, number 5, is 3.5 kilograms better off with Track Commander for half a length beating. So on paper, I believe Happy Aristocrat could be the right one. Whether he's in need of this outing after a short break, I'm not too sure. But if he's not, I think he could be the horse to beat. But it's a very competitive lineup. You know, Gentleman's Way comes from a cracking not stable at the moment. Dennis Bosch, last 20 runners, have resulted in 4 winners. So he's really in good form at the moment. So that's possibly the horse that should run into the money at least. But I think Happy Aristocrats at the weights could spring a little bit of an upset over here.
Okay, well, maybe Keegan Tamela can come to the fore here for Daryl. But in terms of Darren, he says perhaps Alison Wright or Cesura. Okay, well, let's take a look. Have we got both jackpots here? What are we doing? We only the one jackpot. The boys work together on this, right? So they've gone field, undecided leg 1 by 1, 3, 4, 5, 6, by 1, 3, 4, 7. By 2, 3, and 4 cost you 540 Rand. Don't forget, take your phone, get it up to that QR code, and it'll take you straight to the site. So we're in Durban by the sea. Let's get on to race number 5 now. This Hollywood Bets Gravel. Those of you on Twitter, use our social media handle at Waiter to Win. Otherwise, send your name to that WhatsApp number on the screen at the moment. That's at 0691643272 number that it's over there. And, of course, we're on YouTube as well. Don't forget you can go into YouTube and watch our show, get up to date with what we've been talking about, normally uploaded about an hour before the start of the race meeting. Well, we're halfway through now, and let's chat about race 5. Talk to Darren Burrows about My Sharia Moore, who's 28 to 10 favourite. Iron Chef second choice at 4 to 1. And market-wise, been very quiet. There hasn't been much of a move, not that I've seen this morning anyway. Darren, what do you like?
Tough race. Horses like Acacia's Blossom are open to improvement. You know, a post-maiden run wasn't a bad effort. There was support for her that day from 6 to 1 into 33 to 10. I think she's going to run a decent race. My Sharia Moore, disappointing last time out. There was market support for her. She could bounce back. Iron Chef will improve up in trip, but it is an open race.
Open, so not really sure, I guess. Daryl, can you help? Give more sort of lights on the subject.
Yeah, Claude, this filly, number 5, My Sharia Moore, the week leading up to the July meeting. I mean, she was the talk of the town. We all saw what happened to her in her penultimate start. She was basically butchered. I know at the weights, she's held by the likes of number 7, Venturas, but she got no assistance from the saddle on that occasion. And she should have gone very, very close to winning. And that's the reason why they put the lights out on July Day. She was fired from 5 to 1 into 18 to 10. Just ran a stinker. I think she's been rested since then. She's not in need of the outing. The fact that she's now off a lower rating than what she ran in her penultimate start, I think she could be extremely well handicapped. So I think she is the filly to beat. I just hope that she's not in need of the outing. I think the danger has to be number 3, Iron Chef. Clyde, last time out the blinkers, I don't think they really assisted her whatsoever. She never got into contention. She was slow at the pens. I think she's better without them. And I expect her to be competitive over here. She'll run another honest race.
Tell me, there's a horse in here I like, just on form, basically the form line.
Casey Blossom.
Yeah. Shape of You come to win. Mel's Princess come to win from the twice the trip form line. 2 runners, 2 winners. And must it go in?
Darren touched on her. I don't know if you were listening.
I was listening to what Darren's saying. What do you say?
What did he say?
He likes it.
Okay.
You?
Yeah, I left her out, to be honest, Clyde. I fancied her very strongly last time. I thought she was disappointing. She was putting in the perfect
you won't give her a
spot.
second chance?
Not today.
Okay.
She's likely race. She's open to improvement, but she let the side down last time, so
all right.
I'm wary.
Don't let Daryl down. He'll leave you out. Don't let him down. Let's go to our exotics. What are we doing here? We're going jackpots. The team are going 1, 3, 4, 5, 6 by 1, 3, 4, 7 by 2, 3, 4 by 1, 3, 5 for 180 Rand. Fillies and Mares handicap. We're at the 67 level. And in this race, I can tell you that Alto Alex's favourite was at 7-2. But they've been backing a horse here, Darren Burrows, called Gimme a Lullaby. Double digits, I see, all the way into 11-2. What do you think?
I really fancy this filly, Clyde. She was trading at 16-1 yesterday. Gimme a Lullaby. They've removed the pacifiers, the blinkers, everything. It didn't work for her. She didn't stay in her last 2 starts. She's back to probably her best distance off her 53 rating, 53 kilos, 4 draw. I think we're going to see a massive return to form. Give me a Lullaby. And then others to include numbers 1, 3, 7, and 10.
Okay, so she drops in distance, does Give Me a Lullaby, ends Darren going with her, and other reasons. So no more 16s or 12s or 8s available. It's gone. It's now 11-2. You'll give it a chance.
Yes, when I did my selection, she was my second pick. Give Me a Lullaby. Darren touched on all the positives, Clyde. The equipment changes, the rating drop, most effective over this trip. So there was a lot of value in the anti-post market at 16-1. Unfortunately, by the time this gets aired, the value's gone. But I'd give her a big shot in this lineup. I'm leaning towards number 3 of here, Hey Gorgeous. Now, I liked her local debut. She was staying on extremely well over the 5 furlongs. I thought the second run after a layoff was slightly disappointing, but I'm hoping that was just due to a little bit of a flat run. Now she's having a peak run. Have a look at her rating. From 71 to 66, plus the 1.5 kgs off her back. I think she also represents some value. What price is she currently?
I think 12-1 or something. No, 10, 12-1. Okay. Correct.
Yeah, so we
found a bit of a shooting.
We're looking towards a little bit of an upset in exotics in this leg. 3 and 4 for me.
All right, well, Hey Gorgeous was 1-78, has tumbled in the ratings now, so watch out for that. But Darren Burrows, as you heard, is fancies his horse.
Clyde,
give me a lullaby.
I just want to touch on one run. It's the Winter's Destiny's form line, right? Give Me a Lullaby is 3 kilograms better off with New Orleans, and she beat New Orleans on that occasion. So it's really strange that she was priced up at the way she was in the anti-post markets. I mean,
so those who spotted it, the Shrudi's got the value about Give Me a Lullaby. New Orleans does come from an informed stable, however, from the likes of Cole Hewitson. So watch out for the yard. Let's go and put up our bet. This is what we're doing. We're taking Give Me a Lullaby. That's the play. The boys are saying each way that, not forgetting that even a horse like Hey Gorgeous could run a drum. So this is a 95 level handicap, but more quality in horses here running. And in terms of the latest scratchings, when we did the show, both 4 and 7 were out. So it does leave you with a 6-horse field. And in terms of the betting, I can tell you that top of the boards was Proud Master at 22-10. But there are a few in here. African Skylines 3-1, Bowie's 33-10, Tread Swiftly is 6-1. I'll give you some information from the Hollywood Bet Syndicate about Bowie in a moment. I just want to hear what Darren has to say about the race quickly.
I thought a two-horse race between African Skyline and Proud Master. Now, Proud Master's a lightly raced 4-year-old. He's won 3 from 8 starts. He looks progressive, and I think he'll run a big race. African Skyline, very good run over course and distance. 3 runs back behind Mr. Master Starter, and he should be right there at the finish.
Okay, the information from Hollywood Bets is that first start for the stable, Bowie, over 1,200, was encouraging. They also say we'll appreciate the step up to the 1,400. And even though he has a big mass to shoulder, improvement is expected and he has an each-way chance. So they don't mind the chances of Bowie here, the stable. I hear my producer Cam says it'll win as well. So there are a few that are going into Bowie's corner. Daryl, you also with Bowie?
No. I don't know if you can give the likes of African Skyline 7 kilograms.
Okay, big difference in the weights, huh?
No, Clyde, with regards to number 2, African Skyline, and number 3, Proud Master, since they've been gelded, both have improved with each and every start. They're obviously on the up.
Right.
The only reason why I'm leaning towards number 2, African Skyline, is because of the racing fitness. Proud Master's coming from a short break, I think just close on 3 months. If he's fit and well, he should go very, very close. African Skyline's got that racing fitness on a line through Mr. Master Start, so there's not much separating the two of them. So 2 over 3 for me.
Okay. Let's get on to our selections then. We've heard what the boys like. This is the plan, what we want to do in race number 7. We're going to take the exactors with 2 and 3, and those are their fancies. Ultimately, at the end of the day, this is the running of the 7th race. 2 Africa Skyline and the 3-horse Proud Master. All right, we're on to the 8th race now. This is the final leg of the Pick 6 Place Accumulator over 1,400 metres. 4-1 the field. Diamond Girls, top of the boards at 4-1. Twice the Trip is 5-1. And Corner Crusade is trading at around 5-1. And then you've got a horse in here like Gin and Tonic who's trading at 7-1, perhaps. I don't know if you like any of that, Darren?
I like Twice the Trip. Now, have a look at her last 2 form lines. When she ran 5th to Let's Not Linger. 2 runners, 2 winners from the form line. Last time out, Beat Shape of You. 1 runner, 1 winner from the form line. So form line's really standing up well. But on collateral form with Diamond Girl on that Let's Not Linger run, she's 2.5 kilos worse off. That was on the turf over 1,400 meters. I'm not going to split numbers 1 and 3 and just throw in Angel of Justice at a big price for your trifectas.
Okay, well, if Acacia's Blossom won earlier on, those will know. Obviously, that's got to have a big chance. Comes from the same form line. Daryl?
Yeah, there's an additional winner from that form line, Clyde. Mel's Princess came out also win from that form line. You can see her rating plummeted, I think, down from a 94 to a 71. And that's why she's starting to be competitive now.
All right.
But more importantly, Clyde, I've watched this filly in the past, and I thought last time out when she moved down to the start in the canter past, it's the best I've ever seen her. So I believe she's in a very good space currently. She's feeling good. I think from a 1 draw, it's all in her favour, and I expect it to go back-to-back. I do believe there's a lot of value about her. Is she 9-2 in the anti-post market?
At the moment, it's trading at around 9-2,
Yeah, I think that's a huge price.
5-1, actually.
5-1. Oh, let's have a bet. And then, like the roughie Darren touched on, Angel of Justice. She's waited to go closer this time around to Twice the Trip. I think it's 2 kilograms for a 3.5 length beating. The difference over here with her is she has been victorious on the poly track before. So for me, 1 from 5.
Well, Angel of Joyce is any price. I mean, it's 20-1 at the moment. So there's some value. Good value.
Absolutely. But nice I think the 5-1 Twice the Trip is also value.
Even better. Okay, let's wrap it up. Into our selection now, the 8th and final, the Twice the Trip. Both boys are on to this. Twice the Trip, that's the one to go for in terms of the last race here at Hollywood Bets Greyville. Just it's been a good day for you, hopefully. Thursday we're back. We, of course, go to Gauteng racing on Thursday afternoon. I'm not exactly sure if Brandon will be in here or if Daryl will be doing the show. But that'll be Thursday, and then I'll be back with you again on Friday to take you through the weekend's racing. Thanks for watching Weighted to Win, everybody. Have a lovely time.